Hello everyone, and welcome to Dwarf Fortress, the Steam edition. This game was released yesterday, less than 24 hours as of recording. I have tried it out a couple of times. I've tried out a couple of forts, and so I did record this yesterday, but I spent one whole entire episode trying to figure out the keybinds because my game is a bit weird, and you'll figure that out once we actually get into the game, why it took me a while to figure out things. Mainly partially because I didn't do the tutorial, so I didn't do the tutorial in Dwarf Fortress because I already knew what the keybinds were in the original Dwarf Fortress, the one you download from Bay 12 games. However, a lot of the keybinds have changed to be more modern, I guess. And I did not know anything, so I was so bloody confused, and I tried to figure it out and I couldn't. Now I'll actually go through the tutorial and we will figure things out a little bit better. I'm going to do a very short history length because I'm planning on using this map over and over and over again to try and, yeah, we're going to use this map multiple times. So we're going to have a lot of fun, I think. Anyway, welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Prepare to guide your stout charges to fortune in a world fraught with many perils. You'll begin by creating your world and watching the region's history unfold. Once this process is complete, you can prepare a group and send them out to seek wealth deep in the mountains. As you dig deeper and more citizens take up residence in your outpost, your doings will attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Deal with challenges as they arise, and you might one day find your humble settlement has grown to become a mountain home, the center of your civilization. Okay, so I'm going to do 5-year history. We're going to do the largest map. We're going to have a shit ton of civilizations. I want a lot of sites, a lot of beasts, and high savagery. This mineral occurrence. So I went into Dwarf Fortress, the Bay 12 games part, and I looked at this, and it starts here, not here. I think everywhere is far too much. We'll do frequent here. I think I'll do high number of sites rather than very high. I do like having lots of civilizations. I think having a large map is worth it. And yeah, what's detailed mode? Okay. If I'm going to be doing the same map over and over, now I think I'm just going to leave this. I like this. Allow necromancer experiments, allow necromancer lieutenant schools, necromancer summons, desired goods square. These are all cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Let's create the world. Number of beasts, you know what, let's do high. I kinda wanna, yeah, let's do very high, fuck it. But otherwise, yeah, I'm fine with all this. Let's, yeah, let's create. And let's see how the world actually goes about. Okay. So our first mountain home, or fortress, will be our tutorial fortress. I do not plan on what am I saying? I do not plan on stopping the fortress until it dies, because it will die. Like all fortresses die eventually. It's nearly impossible to make sure that your fortresses stay there forever. It's a really hard game. At some point, like at the start, it's fairly simple. There's not much to happen. years go by incredibly fast. It's nothing like so. I don't want people to say that it's a RimWorld clone or anything because it's the opposite. Oh, yeah. I like so. This is something that's really cool. So something that does happen in the base Dwarf Fortress is this. You see the events of the world. However, it goes by so fast that you actually don't get to see it. But in this, the game actually goes a lot slower, so you get to see all these. Right now, we have 7,666 events happen in 5 years. So the world is created and 5 years passes. However, that doesn't mean that people in the world are 5 years old. It actually means something else. It's not 5 years, but it's good enough. It only has like a history of 5 years. So when civilizations first arise, there's 5 years after that. Okay. So in 1 year, year one, the dwarf Nil became the queen of the Gloved Lash. So that's one of the dwarven settlements. The elf Queeth Hales Rasp became the druid of the Poem of Fortune. So that's an elf civilization. The elf Alala Archpax became the druid of the Fierce Animal. That's another elfin group. The coalition of caverns of the Droopy Empire founded Butter Cities, and that's a brand new city. In the late autumn of 4, the human Ganu summer shores of the Federation of Excavating, the Confederation of Excavating, created the position of High Cupbearer as a matter of course. So that's one of the human civilizations. So right now I know of the Gloved Lash, the Poem of Fortune, the Fierce Animal, the Coalition of Caverns, the Droopy Empire, and the Confederation of Excavation. We are actually going to start play now. It's going to offload all the units that are currently in the game. There's 4,452. The longer you play, the more you get. It can actually go the other way around as well. You can actually get less because people start dying, which is funny. This is really cool. Legends tells you everything that's happened in the game. Chronicles by Age, Age of Myth. All of this happened in the first 5 years. The Age of Myth was a time when living gods and mighty beasts still held sway. Chronicles by Age, Legends. And this just tells you what people have founded, and like it's a lot. Created. The Steamy Curse was created by a demon. The Koala Demon created spear fences, savages. Like all of this is really cool. I'm not going to read it all, but I could go through it at some point if someone wanted to. If someone wanted me to. I could always, on my next fort, go through everything as like initial couple of videos. But we can also see like historical figures. All of these people are historical figures. Yeah. And then we can also do something like sites. That's all of the current cities and caves and shit. This is all the scrolls and poems that have been created in the world. So legends are super fun. There's that many civilizations. Wow, that's actually a lot. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be 561. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. There's 232 regions. Anyway, we're going to start a fortress, and we're actually going to, as I said, do the tutorial fortress. The tutorial fortress doesn't give you a choice in many things, I don't get to choose my dwarves. I don't get to choose where I go. They choose everything for me, but they make it the most optimal. Well, not the most optimal. They make it beginner friendly, and I'm actually planning on just doing this beginner friendly thing. We're going to do start, but if you look here, there's a lot of area. Find embark location, reclaim and choose a origin civilization. Wait, this wasn't here yesterday. Anyway, we're going to start tutorial. Yep. It's going to pick the place for me, right here. Yeah, that's a good site. I don't know what it's got here or anything. We'll find that out. A dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Regmeng. So Regmeng is the empire that we are part of. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. Entombs you? But it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the cougars get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Dumatner, Roughnesslake, strike the earth. I'll actually see you all in the next episode. I'm going to make this first episode a beginning of the world, an explanation of the game, and the next episode will be the tutorial, and then I expect the third episode to be the actual game. So I'll see you all in a minute.